Hi lovelies, and welcome in my kitchen. Today I have a very special summer-themed treat for you. We are baking easy Italian focaccia with a pretty floral decoration. Summer has finally arrived and the warm and sunny days melt away the heaviness and solitude of the past few months. This time of the year is one of the most vibrant and colorful ones, as Mother Nature is in full bloom and the sun is filling everything and everyone with new energy. In nature, you see busy insects happily buzzing around colorful, fragrant flowers and blossoms. And also for us, it is a time when we feel uplifted, excited, filled with new energy and, dare I say, carefree. For me, there is absolutely nothing better on a lazy summer Sunday than taking a mid-morning stroll through the sun-filled little streets of my town, enjoying the feeling of bare legs and a cup of milky coffee in my hand, inhaling the different enticing scents on every corner, and admiring the gardens that have exploded with an abundance of flowers. Followed by a leisurely walk through the fields where the wildflowers are showing off their colorful beauty. This view inspired me to also bring some color and joy into my kitchen. So today we are baking a beautiful summer focaccia. The perfect snack to bring to a picnic or to eat fresh out of the oven with a green summer salad. This is a very simple and quick to make dish, so ideal if you don't want to spend a lot of time in the kitchen but still want to create something delicious and impressive looking. The exact measurements for the ingredients are listed down below in the description box. We want to start off by proofing the yeast, which means that we are premixing the active dry yeast powder with sugar and warm water to see if it's still alive and kicking. Be careful to keep the temperature of the water at a happy medium, not too warm and not too cold, to make the yeast feel cozy. We let the mixture sit for about 10 minutes, and if it then has developed a fine layer of foam, we know that the yeast is indeed active and will deliver a fluffy, perfect bread. Now we can mix in the rest of the ingredients, the salt, oil and flour. Of course you can get as creative as you want here. If you want to give some extra flavor to this focaccia, you could add minced garlic, paprika powder, pepper, chives, oregano, finely chopped olives, parmesan, chili flakes or whatever else tickles your fancy. Now we want to combine that mixture. In my experience, a fork works best, and once everything is more or less mixed together, we take it out and knead it with our hands. Now if the dough feels too dry, add some water and oil. If it feels too sticky, add a bit more flour until it has reached an easy to work with consistency. Now you can lightly grease or flour a bowl and put the dough in there. Cover it with a towel because now the magic needs to happen. You want to put it in a warm spot, maybe next to the window in the summer sun, and wait for about an hour until the dough has doubled in size. In the meantime, we can gather some herbs, veggies or edible flowers as a decoration for our focaccia. Here you can get really creative. I choose to do 2 bouquets, so I gather some sage for the leaves, chives to craft the flower stem, and a bit of thyme to sprinkle over the bread to add some extra flavor. Parsley makes for a beautiful rose stem with its fine little leaves. I choose a mix of veggies that, with their joyful colors, evoke that summer spirit. If you make this recipe, please let us know in the comments down below what design you came up with. If you want to create little roses, you can do that by peeling a tomato, keeping the string of the peel intact while you circle the tomato with a very sharp knife. Now after the yeast has done its work, we interrupt the sunbathing of the dough and massage it once again with our hands. What a life, eh? This, by the way, is what happens if you are too lazy to grease the bowl. The stuff will cling onto it for dear life. You will end up having more work in the end. Boil it up. After the dough is thoroughly kneaded through and relaxed, we sprinkle some flour on a baking sheet and then roll it out with a rolling pin. Or an empty wine bottle if you don't have a rolling pin. Or you could even just use your bare hands and stretch it until the baking tray is covered. After all that pulling and poking, we give our dough another little break so it can rise again for 30 minutes or so. In order to get that typical focaccia look, we now make dents with our fingers, all over the dough. I am German and a neat freak, so I keep them orderly, but feel free to go wild, poke that dough all over. The little dimples will catch olive oil and it will seep into the bread and enhance the crust and flavor, as well as keep the bread nice and flat. Then we want to give a light coat of olive oil over the entire surface. And if you're just going for a traditional focaccia, you could sprinkle it with some flaky sea salt and maybe rosemary or sage and be done. But as we're all about the spirit of summer and also want to impress our neighbors at the barbecue party later on, we now decorate our bread with the colorful veggies and herbs we have prepared before. Here you can see how you make those little tomato roses that look really pretty in our baked bouquet. On Pinterest you can find many more ideas and inspiration for beautiful gardenscapes or other joyful pictures to decorate your bread with. Now we want to set the oven to 180 degrees Celsius or 340 degrees Fahrenheit and bake the focaccia bread for about 20 minutes until it has a golden brown color. The perfect little snack to nibble on with some chili oil and flaky sea salt when enjoying a glass of vino in the evening sun. Or a great thing to bring for a side dish at a picnic or barbecue. I have made this focaccia more times in the last 2 weeks than I would like to admit. It is just so quick, easy and delicious. I hope you enjoyed, and next time we will get all witchy again, learning about the magical and medicinal benefits of the lime tree or linden blossoms, and enjoying a witchy self-care day. I wish you a sunny day. See you soon!